Hello. Hello, everyone. It looks a little bright in here, so I'm just going to turn that light off. Still a little bright. Yeah, I'm not sure what is doing that. Let me try to cover up my window. I think my window is bringing in too much light here. So just 1 second. I'm going to put something above there. Yes, usually my room is not this bright, but for some reason today it is definitely brighter than expected. Sorry about this. Let's see if I can tone this down a little bit in here. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see this. I think it's just, I am so sorry about this. This usually does not happen. My room is usually very dark. Let me add some more paper to my window. Does this, I see someone's live right now. Does this look really bright to you, or is it just my laptop? I don't know if you can see the colors well. Good morning, Christine. How does this look to you? Does this look really bright right now? I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Maybe if there we go. I just need the contrast. Okay, so sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not really sure why it was like that, but lesson learned. So good morning, Christine. Thank you for joining. We are going to make a Winnie the Pooh card today. After the last few weeks, we made that really cool flip journal using the envelopes, and I just wanted to do something still a little vintage today, but I wanted to make something that was quicker and cute, and just to kind of change it up a little bit. And thank you, Christine. What was I saying? Yeah, so Echo Park, what inspired this was Echo Park's new stamp sets. Well, at least they're relatively new. I loved these when I first saw them, and they sold out locally, so I had to wait and find them online. And yeah, they just came in, and man, I am loving them. They are the vintage Winnie the Pooh images. I just love these so much. And of course, I also bought the paper for it. So they have the Echo Park paper pack. This is the 12 by 12. I couldn't find the smaller pad, but that's okay. I love this a lot. And I'm going to make a junk journal out of this. I'm using some of the beautiful papers and stickers from this set. I'm also using from Waffle Flower. It is, and I have this all tied together, the Waffle Flower Postage collage die. I really love this die set. I don't know if you've seen this, but this is just great. Waffle Flower, they knocked it out of the park when they came up with this idea, and they have a whole bunch of stencils and stuff and stamps that go with it. And I love using this die set and all the goodies that go along with it. And what I thought I'd do too with this one is I wanted the vintage look, and but I didn't want to go with watercolor, and I hardly use my chalks, and so I thought I would try to make this using chalks, and I'm so happy that I did. I really love the results of this, and it's a quick and easy card to make. So let's go ahead and start with this card, and I already have stuff pre-made, and you're going to see how easy it is to make this card. So first, I made the sample card. I really like the way it looks, but I wanted to tie in a little bit more pink or red to it. So when I die cut the next sets of postages, what I did was I added another flower from the stamp set, and I just put it below Winnie the Pooh, and I really think that that's going to look adorable. So I went ahead, I die cut this, and then I set this into my stamp press. You might have a MISTI, and I went ahead and I stamped all these images. What I used was the jet black archival ink from Ranger. Now for the back of the card, underneath the postage, you could go with gingham. There's some pretty gingham paper that's in with the 12 by 12 set. You know, there's a lot of good pages in here. Like there's that little gingham there, and then there's some other pages, but I didn't want to waste this paper to just put it on the background. So luckily, there are vintage stores that are, and secondhand stores that aren't too far from me. And I went in there, and didn't I find 2 Winnie the Pooh books? So this one, it was 99 cents, but it was something off. It's like 50 cents or something like that. So there's cute little text in here, but it wasn't wide enough for the card background. So I didn't use this one, but I will use pages from that. Instead, I just went ahead and I cut some papers out. Like, look at this. Like, this is a great size and perfect for a background. And what I like about this too is that using the Winnie the Pooh book, it has, you know, all of the character names in it. And yeah, so that's a great little detail. It's on the back of it. And this book was, I don't know, $1 or $2 or something like that. And so I'll be able to get a lot of images and pages out of this to use in a junk journal. And you know, I only paid a couple bucks for it, and I'm not wasting my 12 by 12 paper. So let's go ahead and chalk the images. I think I'll just do one because you'll get the general gist of it. So I am using my chalk sets. Where did they go? Oh, there we go. So I have a couple chalk sets here. And I use some colors from each of them. So one of these is the soft tones. I think I use this one mainly. And then there's also the bold brights. So again, you can use watercolor on this. This is great, but I just like the soft look of the chalks with the Winnie the Pooh. So I have a lot of, there's a lot of chalks here. And instead of using those little bitty tips that that sometimes people buy to use the chalk, I just went to a dollar store and I have the sponge applicators, and these seem to work really well. So that's what I'm using today. So I'm going to start with the balloon. I'm using 2 different reds for the balloon. I'm using this red here, and then it's like an orangey red. So I'm going to start with, it's like it's a red with a little bit of pink in it. So I'm just going all over the balloon with that. Like, look at how quick that is to color. You know, while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and do the other. Actually, the other ones are pink. There's just a little bit of red there, but I will. No, I'm going to continue with the balloons. I'm going to grab the second red that's there. It's just right there. And this is the one that I'm just using just on the outside of it. Go all on the outside and then just a little bit more on that dark part there. Yeah, I'm going to add just a little bit more. That's that. And then next, I'm going to use the yellow. Where did I put the yellow one? No idea. So it's this yellow right here. If you have this set, again, this is the soft tones. It's that one there. But if you ever doubt it, I'm just going to go on the back side. Yep, that's the right one. So Winnie is going to get colored. What I like about this method too is because it's so quick, like the whole process is quick on making this card, that you can make several of these in a very short time and just have them in your stash for just to send as a hi to a friend, or for a birthday. I've already made one, and then I'm making this one. I have one more to make, and I'm sending these out to one of my friends. Well, two of them are having birthdays, and they both like Winnie the Pooh. So I thought I would send these to them. Isn't that cute? Winnie is just such a cute bear. Okay, so I think I have all the feet and everything with the yellow. So now I'm going to do this here. And what I like about chalk too is I feel like I have a little bit more control. I find sometimes with my watercoloring, just because I'm not good at it yet, is that when I am making something with watercolor, sometimes it's too diluted, or it doesn't have the result that I want. It might be too heavy in one area or too soft in another. And I'm finding with chalk that I'm really getting a little bit more control over what I'm doing. But that's just me. That's just because I'm not used to using watercolor as much. Okay, so that's done. So now let's go in with the pink. Let's do Piglet here. I think, oops, I could put the pink in here. I did. No, so cute. Piglet is just adorable. Let's see, and then the sentiment here is a hug is always the right size. Let's see, so then we're going to do this flower here. Oh, I'm so glad I went with putting the flower. That looks adorable. And I'm going to go with the red now. Where do I put the red? I'm just going to go with the red just lightly in there. Just give the flowers just a little bit of depth. Cute. Okay, so next I'm going to go with the blue. Let's see where the blue went. I put that one away too. I did. Okay, so for the blue, I used, I think it was this one here. Give that a try. And I did. So I'm going to do this. So when I'm done with this, after I mount everything to the card, and my image is just the way I like it with the chalk, what I'm going to, my next step, because I'm concerned with how the chalk's going to make it in the mail. Because what I don't want is for this to rub the inside of the envelope, or, during the travel, the colors get blended in with each other. And then when my friend gets it in the mail, what I don't want is for her to have a chalky mess for what used to be a card. And so after I mount this, I'm going to put the green on while I'm thinking of that, so I can create the base. Oh, and Piglet has green too. So what I'll do is, after everything's done, I'm going to just grab my hairspray. It's aerosol. And I'm just going to spray it. Now, I know that sounds weird, and or you might be a little concerned about, if it smells or whatever. I've already done it. It does not smell. I can't smell it on the card I've already done. And it like I said, just make sure that the chalk does not blend in with each other during the shipping process, or even when it goes into an envelope. I just want it to set. Now, using the chalk method, or using the hairspray method, means that it's not archival, right? So I don't know if there's acid in it. I'm not exactly sure what hairspray is made out of, but if you are concerned about that, about it fading over time, or whatever, there is fixative that you can use. So there's always that. I think Michael's might have it. I'm not 100% sure. I don't use chalk that much, which is why I just use the hairspray, and plus two, it works. So, well, I have something else in my craft room that's taking up space when I don't need to. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the blue, finish putting that in. Oh, that's not the right one. Oh, green on the flowers. I almost forgot about that. Almost forgot about the little leaves there. And right there. Okay, so let's finish off this blue. Really feel like I should use chalks more often. Such a cool medium to work with, and it's simple. And again, it has that vintage look to it, depending on what you do. Like, at least the way I'm using it. Just the soft, delicate colors, and then putting it on the watercolor paper gives it that texture. That, yeah, it definitely adds something to it. Again, so quick and easy. Just gonna go in that tree there. Okay, I'm gonna go over that, do that green one more time. I don't think I did that very well. Oh, there we go. Got a little bit of a white line. And then last, I've got to do the tree. Oh, there we go. So there's a brown, I think that's the one I used. Okay, so I didn't use the bright set at all. I only used this set. It's almost too brown. Okay, I'm gonna put just a little bit of this on there. I think that's what I did last time. Oops, screwed up right there. So I will go over that with a little bit of blue again. Dang, look at that. Can't even tell it was there. Isn't that adorable? It does look like the book illustration. You're right. I like the way that looks. Okay, so I'm just going to put these aside. Look at that. Adorable. I love that. So I cut this out of the book. So I have two cats. First, we got Tigger. He was a rescue, and his name was Tiger, but we didn't think he'd look like a tiger, so we called him Tigger. And then we rescued another cat, and her name was Winnie. So it just so happened we have Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too. So that's definitely going to be in the little journal. Okay, so I went ahead and I just cut a whole bunch of backgrounds. These little pieces here, I'm going to use my junk journal. So I decided to put those aside. So for my base, this is a yellow that I picked up, and it is from, I can't remember if it's Lawn Fawn or I can't remember the name of the company, but it could be Lawn Fawn. So it's a yellow that definitely goes with the Winnie. And I'm just going to go ahead and tape that on there. So this is my card base. I know you're probably just like, oh my gosh, she cut that image. But really, the image, it wasn't that good. And I knew I wouldn't use it in my book. So that's why I didn't mind cutting the back of that, cutting the image in order to get this made. Isn't that cute? So cute. So I'm going to elevate this actually. I think I might use some of my foam tape. So my friend Christine and I, we were at a crop, and someone threw out this this piece of foam. It's like, oh my gosh, you can still use this. There's just because you use the dots doesn't mean that you can't use this anymore. And there's some that still had dots in it. It's nuts. Actually, I'm gonna do it like that. Okay, so I went a little crazy with that, but that's okay. It's elevated. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Yeah, I know. Like, it was definitely serendipitous of us getting Winnie. Our our kitty, Pepper, she passed away suddenly, and there was a huge hole in our family. And I had told this girl I know that she does fostering for a rescue place. I told her, if you come across a special female kitty, please tell me. And she said, well, there just happens to be one at the SPCA right now, and blah blah blah. So I went to go see her, and she's just this little kitten, and she was the only one that was in this huge 2-story kennel. And she was just sitting there, and she looked at me, and my heart just melted right away when I saw her. And when I saw the name Winnie, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is meant to be. And so that was at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And by 5, I told my husband about her. And he said, what are you saying? I said, well, I'd like for you to go see her. And so we both went, and my husband had her in his arms for about 2 seconds. And he said, let's do the paperwork. And so now we have Winnie and Tigger, and they're best friends. So it's really cute. Anyway, thank you, Teresa. Okay, so here's the card. Super easy. Love the way it looks. And like Christine said, it looks like the book illustration. I really love how this turned out. I don't know if you can see that very well. Anyway, so on the inside of it, I used another stamp from the set, and it says, a day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey inside. So it's cute. It's a birthday card, but it's also a card, a friendship card. So, yep, so that's the card there. Super sweet, super easy. Here's the original. Oh, and after you spray this is one thing that happens. I don't know if you can see the difference there. This one looks a little bit darker than this one. That's because when you spray it, it gives it just a little bit of a wet look to it. And honestly, I love the way it looks. It looks fantastic, and it really brings out the black of your image. Like, I didn't wipe off any of the black stamps on this image. As soon as I sprayed it with my hairspray, the black really came out on the image. And yeah, it looks super cool. So yeah, so really easy card. I'll show you again what I used. I used the stamp sets from Echo Park. I used both of these images from both. This one is called Winnie the Pooh stamp set, and this one is called Pooh and Friends stamp set. And then the Postage die set is from Waffle Flower, and it's called Postage Collage Die. I don't remember the name of the company of the yellow paper. And yeah, the chalks were Inka Dinka Doo, the soft tones. So that's the card today. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you try it too, and I hope that you find some really cool treasures in a secondhand store, so you can make backgrounds like this and not waste any of your precious paper that you might want to use somewhere else. So thank you very much for stopping by. I really hope you like the card. And if you do like it, make sure you hit the little like button. And I'd love to have you too as a subscriber, so that this way we can craft together every Sunday. Thank you very much. Have a happy crafty day. Bye.